Good afternoon. Welcome back to Talk Local to Me. We are now going to be live on Wednesdays, right, Diane?
Yes, I stay confused, and I actually thought this morning we had already done the show this week.
Yeah, so if you tuned in yesterday, we obviously were not live. I got a couple of messages asking where we were, which is encouraging to know people were actually listening and caring to find out where we were at. But so we're now moving to Wednesdays at noon, and we're excited about that move. I think we had. I was looking, we were close to like 300 and some views last week from our Facebook Live.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that's really
a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that's just Facebook, y'all.
We need that
just-
Jefferson's Moving On Up theme song.
We do.
You know?
Woody?
Who
We
would
need
like
that.
to sing?
We need that.
I'll get on that.
Moving on up theme. So I want to start off the show today thanking our show sponsors for the month of April. And we were really, it was really great having Sunburst Vinyl in with us last week. But Sunburst Vinyl is our April show sponsor, and they are ready to help you with your home improvement needs. So for more information on their top quality windows, doors, or vinyl siding projects, contact them at 434-525-5577 or go by their showroom located right off of Route 460 at 1731 Sunburst Road in Evington. And so make sure you're going by there if you're looking for any spring projects. And I know they mentioned last week, you can, as simple as one little piece of siding if you need it. So make sure you're checking that out. And then also want to recognize ID3 Media. They are also our show sponsor, and they use video, business cards, and testimonials to help your small business grow. And if you're interested in that, you can contact them. They do have a spring special running right now. Their number is 434-262-0465. And I have to say, I actually utilized their service, and they did a fantastic job with my video business card. Did you see that?
I did. It was nice.
I liked it a lot. It was short, but it was very concise and to the point, and said what I needed to say. I actually
And she puts a lot of time into that, following you around.
She did, yeah.
Like,
she
I was
followed-
exhausted for her.
She did follow me around for like a couple weeks, like to different events and things. But I actually thought I looked decent in it, and that's always a plus.
Definitely.
So
You look wonderful.
Woody's laughing at me.
It's just so funny.
He's like, stop, Heather.
I know. I
Just
commented on
stop.
your hair when you came
I know,
in.
with your new
Yes.
hair color.
All bouncing and
I try and change it up so people don't recognize me. I have to be incognito every now and then.
She's so bright and cheery for spring with her highlights.
That's what I was going for, bright and cheery, because, but I love the red, so I was kind of sad to take the red out, because I really do like red. But,
It looks great.
oh well, I'm going to try and be sunshiny for the rest of
I
the
should
time.
strive for some of that.
So we have a really great show today, and a lot of it is going to be based around your health and things that you can do to better yourself. I know with spring coming, people are thinking about that. They're thinking about getting healthy and, getting outside, but there are things that you can do aside from exercise, which is great. But if you're me, nope. So I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. And you're out there and you're thinking the same thing. So I don't want to, but one of the things that we're going to be talking with Carolyn Keeling with Taproots, and they are fairly, I wouldn't say new, but fairly new business to the Lynchburg area. And they actually won our Rising Star of the Year award this past year because literally they opened and I feel like they just exploded. It was awesome. So we're going to be talking with them about all that Taproots offers our area. And then we'll be speaking with Michelle Richardson with Kangen Water. And seriously, you need to be listening in about this water situation, because I did not believe that water could actually, it tastes good. And I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not a big, and let's just go ahead now before the comments roll in. Yes, I say water. So let's just get it out there.
ready to say water.
Go ahead, make fun of
all
me, send in a
good.
comment. That's cool. But so this water actually tasted good. I'm not a big fan of it because I can't pronounce it. So, no, but I think she's going to be telling us how the Kangen water benefits you and your system and how your business can even utilize it. And so
Yes.
excited to talk with both of them today about how we can be healthier versions of ourselves. And but before we go there, I want to talk about some upcoming events to our area. Do we have Amy on the line?
You do. Well, you have someone on the line.
Yes.
I'm going to assume it
We're
is.
going to assume it's Amy.
Let me put her through for you.
So we actually have a event that's going to be going on this weekend in Bedford. That it's a first time event, and I'm really excited for it because it's a youth empowerment expo, and I think this is just a super great way of bringing the community together and to involve the youth in our area. And so we actually have Amy Carter with Divine Fog on the phone, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about that event. Amy, how are you doing today?
I am good. How are you all doing?
I'm good. It's nothing like a last minute text for me to be like, Amy, come get on the radio right now. So I'm glad you.
I saw it. I saw it at like 11:58.
So I'm glad you could come on because I was like, well, I'll talk about it, but I think Amy could do a better job. So tell us a little bit about this event and what's going to be there and kind of what the goal is surrounding it.
Okay. So we, a few nonprofits in the Bedford area are going in together to do the Youth Empowerment Expo. And we just, we're really intentional about kind of meeting people where they are with their needs. And so it just kept popping up that these, like in my business and with real estate, it kept popping up that people are being saddled with student loan debt, and not being able to move forward in their lives because of that. And so, a lot of people maybe went to school and for 4 years and have $75,000 worth of student loan debt, and then get out making an income, but not able to move forward. And so that was kind of my take on it, thinking about alternatives to 4-year traditional education. And so when I kind of started talking about it with New Bedford Mentoring and then with Hoya, who are two nonprofits that work with the youth in the community, we just kept thinking about, that a 4-year college education is not really for everyone. And so what does that look like? And so we partnered with, we're also partnering with the instructors from Susie G. Gibson Vocational School to come and talk about these wonderful programs that are in place where kids are, getting these non-4-year college education degrees or certificates and coming out of high school making a great wage. And so we really wanted to give people choices, because life is about choices. And so give them the opportunity to learn about non-traditional alternatives to 4-year college education. So we're going to do, a big part is on, kind of motivational speaking and mindset. And then we have instructors from the vocational school that are going to go over culinary arts, the LPN program, auto tech program, construction, the ROTC. And so and then we have a big part that's going to be a financial piece. So we have a financial workshop, and that's kind of like creating a budget and living on a budget and that kind of thing. So just a lot of really good information for our youth. And we're really starting young, it's 4th grade to 12th grade, because we just feel like if these things are part of their life as children and then become part of their lives as they get older. And so we encourage the youth and families to come as well.
I think the financial part of that is a huge benefit, because I think most kids get out of high school and they still have no idea what they're doing with their finances. I mean, they're still, I've got 2 that are 20 and 22. And, they still contact me every now and then for things, and it's stuff that I'm like, y'all should know how to do this. So tell everyone, where is it going to be held and what time?
So we are going to be at Falling Creek Park this Saturday on the 17th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. There will be workshops throughout the morning from 10 to 12. Then we'll break for lunch. So there's a nice bag lunch for everybody. And then the afternoon will be some breakout sessions and some motivational speaking. So, it's going to be a great day for the kids and great day for adults. And there's, kind of just something for everybody, just really some moving people forward,
Yes. And really quickly, is there a cost involved for anyone who's bringing their kids out?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said, is there a cost involved for anyone that's bringing their children out?
No. It's free. It's a free community event.
Awesome. Amy, thank you so much.
So it's sponsored. Oh, you're welcome.
No, go ahead.
Thank you for calling, and I hope that
Who's it sponsored by, Amy? I'm sorry. Go ahead, because I didn't mean we get a lag sometimes, so I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. So it's Divine Fog Serves is our nonprofit, and then we're partnering with New Bedford Mentoring and Hoya. So they're just community groups in Bedford, and we just really want to, serve the community, and we hope that we'll have a great turnout.
Well, Amy, thank you for jumping on with me really quickly to let everybody know about that event. And so if you're listening and, it's something that you want to bring your child out to, head out to Falling Creek Park this Saturday and enjoy some of the workshops that they're going to be putting on.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So this event actually kind of goes into our putt-putt tournament that we're doing next week.
Right.
For those who haven't seen, the CVABC is hosting a putt-putt tournament, Putting for Progress, and it is to raise money for a scholarship fund to actually send a local high school student to the Build Smart Academy, which is in Roanoke. It's a tech school there. And we'll be sending someone there on like a full scholarship for the year to go and learn trade skills. Because you're right, they're very underserved. Like, people don't think about that. And I know, like, my son went to college for the last 3 years and he just got a job. He's working for a local pool company and he's making way more getting into that. And he loves it. I mean, the hands-on, the learning, and actually that pool company, Pool Fooling, is the presenting sponsor of our putt-putt tournament. So that's even better. I'll put that plug in there real quick. So if you're
flowed so nicely.
It did. So if you're interested in joining us, come out and play putt-putt. You can visit our website, cvabc.org, and you can sign up there and register. You can just come out that day. But we'll be at putt-putt next Thursday, the 22nd, from 8 to 3. So come out and putt for a good cause. And
they need to register beforehand.
Yes. We'd like for you to register beforehand because we don't want like 30 groups of people coming at like 9. So we're trying to spread people out if possible. And that does include pizza, soda. We'll have breakfast there. That's going to be sponsored by Andy Young with Mass Mutual. He's our Mountain Money Man, is providing our breakfast for us. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just happy because I want to play putt-putt. I love putt-putt. So I think that's, upcoming events. Our Empower event, we're still got tickets for that. Great speakers coming to that. I'm really, really excited to hear the different women that we have speaking there. And that's going to be on May 6th. And you can also purchase tickets to that from our website. So let me just say, yesterday was actually a really special day. And I'm just going to bring this up really quickly because yesterday was Miss Diane Erb's birthday.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep, I'm putting it out there on the radio. I've been blasting it. I blasted it on Facebook. So I just figured, heck, why not just put it out there on the Facebook Live and everything else? So I just want to give a quick shout out to Diane for her birthday yesterday. I meant to do it yesterday morning, and I felt horrible because she was leaving. Like, we had a meeting, and then she was like, she'd asked, she's like, I'm going to take the rest of the day off. And I was like, okay. And so then yesterday when she goes to leave, I looked at her, I'm like, where are you going?
She's like, "Oh, you're just gonna work from home? You're going?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I'm doing." we'll say that.
And then after she left, I realized, oh yeah, it's her birthday. She told me she was going to be off. So I called her and I was like, hey, I'm really sorry. But anyway, so I wanted to throw that out there.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Guess
happy
my
birthday.
age.
Well, I only know because you posted it.
Oh, I did this morning.
So I'm not one of those like the circus people where you go in and guess their age and their weight. And I always get that stuff wrong. I always think
I
people
do
are
too.
actually I always think people are younger.
Yeah.
It's always better to err on the side of younger.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what I go
Absolutely.
with. So let's get started. I have known this part. I mean, I've known Carolyn now. Gosh, Carolyn, how many years? A lot.
I think we've been in Lynchburg now for about 6 years. So since I first stepped foot in Lynchburg.
Yes. So we have done everything from work together to tailgate at football games. And so I'm with having Carolyn here and being able to speak with her about Taproot. It for me is exciting because it's a different route than what we, have normally been working on. So first of all, tell us what Taproots is. Tell us what the store is about.
Taproots is sort of the brainchild of my business partners and myself, Carrie Wagner, who used to be one of the top Mary Kay's sales people in the area, and Dr. Keith Austin, who was a beloved dentist here for about 45 years, and still every now and then when he's in town, he continues to volunteer at the free clinic downtown. Let's see, a little over a year ago at Christmas, Keith and I were, and our significant others, my husband and I, were sitting there having dinner, and we just started joking about perhaps opening up a health and wellness store. Well, the next thing I knew, Keith called the next morning and said, "Hey, can y'all meet me for breakfast?" And from that moment on, we just went full bore towards creating a health and wellness store. And we also wanted somebody who had excellent retail and sales and marketing skills. And Carrie, I've always wanted to be in business with Carrie since I met her. And so the next thing I did about 2 days later was pick up the phone, call Carrie, and she was in. So very counterintuitively, we decided to open Taproots, a health and wellness store in the middle of a pandemic. Who does that?
Yes.
Opens a retail, brick and mortar.
I remember when she called and told me, I was like, what?
Yeah, right? But it turns out the timing could not have been better because during COVID, we have had so many people who walk through our doors suffering from anxiety, from stress, from insomnia, from all kinds of angst and just everything from emotional to physical pain. Trying to find some natural remedies. Many of them have tried, more traditional remedies and didn't care for the side effects that they would experience. And so they have found their way to Taproots to try and help with so many of the things that are ailing them. And we have loved meeting so many who have found us. We have one of the largest homeopathic selections in Central Virginia. Homeopathy is natural medicines, natural remedies, and have been around for, as you know, for thousands of years. People have been practicing with healing with plants and minerals, and so that has eventually become a very well-respected form of treatment called homeopathy. We also carry high-end premium CBD products because, again, there's a lot of junk on the market with CBD. And yet some of the healing successes that we have seen, if you're using it correctly with the dosages and the potencies, can be life-changing for a number of folks. We've got a couple of girls who had been on very high-powered Zoloft and or Prozac, and they didn't like the side effects, and so they've been able to come off that just by using some of the CBD products that we have. We're very careful about what we put on our shelves over there. We wanted everything that we carry to be made in the USA, to be organic, completely natural. And so we have also investigated very carefully the products and the partners that we have brought into our store. So between natural remedies, everything for allergies, for babies, for teens acne, any kind of ailment, we probably have a pretty good remedy for it. And again, it's all natural.
And you have pet care as well, correct?
We do. So our pet care, who knew? Our CBD products, both oils, tinctures that you can, just like in humans, that you can use for in their mouths, along with treats and salves for any kind of skin issues. Pet owners have found us, and they have cannot see enough great things. We have a German Shepherd rescue mission that buys everything off our shelf because they said it's one of the few things that has really helped some of their rescue dogs with anxiety, with separation, with some of the older dogs with a lot of their hip issues, some of their joint problems. So yes, the pet products have been flying off our shelves as well.
For those that are listening, whether you're listening live on Facebook or through the Grove Street FM app, if you have any questions for either Carolyn or Michelle when we're talking with them today, you can put it in our comment section, or please call us. We do have our call-in line. It's 540-712-6221. Because we'd love for you to ask some questions of them that they can answer, because if you message me after the show, I'm not going to promise you I'm going to know anything. These two ladies right here can help you out with that. So make sure that you're sending us, and we'll make sure to get the questions to them. One of the things that I know you guys have is those Goli gummies. And I want to bring those up because I had started seeing them on, like, those ads that pop up when you're looking on Facebook, and you're looking at those and you're like, gosh, those look good. And you see the good reviews on them. And I really wanted to try them. Well, they're not really expensive, but then with shipping and whatnot, it becomes kind of expensive. And I happened to walk into Taproots when we did your ribbon cutting and saw that you guys have them here locally. So I was able to purchase them cheaper than getting them offline. And then by doing so, supporting a local business in the process versus it just coming shipped to me. So I think that's another thing I want people to know, is that you're supporting a local business, and to look there first for some of these products that you may have already be getting off of like Amazon or eBay or things like that. You may carry them locally, correct?
We do. And here's for example, the Goli. A lot of people have seen those ads and the claims that they make on TV. We, again, did our research before we allowed those to sit on our shelves and to promote those to our customers. And for example, the red apple cider vinegar Goli gummies are extremely successful for a lot of our customers with weight management, with immunity. The apple cider vinegar, we have in a number of different formats, like our very popular Fire Brew. And that is, a lot of those are infused with, for example, elderberry for immunity. They come in, they help with energy. They help, again, with digestive issues. And so, yes, you have the opportunity to obviously go on Amazon and purchase all your homeopathic remedies or any of these natural things. However, what's interesting is that so many people who have purchased things like that, especially the natural remedies off Amazon, so they don't get they don't have anybody they can ask questions of. We are right there as a great resource. And if we don't have the answers, we have people who are homeopathic practitioners and naturopaths that we can immediately get an answer from. The other thing is that we have customers who are already very much into natural remedies, and so they know what they need, and if we don't have it, we can usually get something for them within a couple of days. So they have found that coming in and shopping with us, or even ordering online from our website. We have even been known to take things and drop them off at people's houses who are local. We have also been shipping internationally. We've got customer in Germany. We've got one in Puerto Rico. And you're right. The community has, since we've opened, has really been incredibly embracing and has come to find us. And I will tell you real quickly, Carrie and I chose the name Taproots because we very much wanted to give the praise to God that we are tapping into His natural powers and His natural remedies and our faith as well. And it certainly took a lot of that when we opened the doors to this. But it has been very rewarding getting to know so many people in the community who we might not have met before, and also seeing some of the successes. I mean, some of the so many people who are calling in or revisiting us or sharing with others. Oh my goodness, this helped tremendously. And so please, go to Taproots and find a remedy that'll help you. And so truly, we are helping people, even pain remedies for cancer patients. They have found us to be very helpful. So yes, I would love to let people know some of the things that we're also doing are CBD massages. We did that for the first time last weekend, over 2 days, and we're completely sold out for all of our slots. We've have an amazing masseuse who is a massage therapist, but a nurse by training. So she very much has the traditional medicine that she can combine with the natural medicine, and that has been effective. We've got one opening left for a massage on this Saturday at 4, and then we have more massages lined up with Renee Batty, and that is on Tuesday, April 20th from 2 to 6. We have thermography scans, and I don't know if y'all are familiar with thermography scans, but we had a friend come up from Florida, and she had a series of days that she provided this amazing service. A thermography scan is non-invasive, and you can have her do traditional mammograms with that. She can detect prostate cancer. This is such a sophisticated machine, and we had results back within about 24 to 48 hours from doctors who are reading these thermography scans, and they're highly, highly effective. So we'll be doing those again too.
Will you be posting when you'll be doing those on your website, or?
Absolutely, we will. We'll also be, now that, hopefully a lot of folks we're coming out of COVID and things are getting a little easier as far as congregating again. We're going to be starting to have classes as well in the study of homeopathy and in some of our other essential oils and some of our cleaning supplies and some of our vitamins, all kinds of things. Yes. So classes are going to be coming up fairly soon as well.
And you guys have participated in some of our events too with a vendor booth, and your booth is always slammed with people just so interested in your products.
Same thing.
Yeah, you guys were at the Centerfest that we did, the Reimagined event at Liberty Lake Park this past fall, and then you guys have done the tree lighting, I believe, too. So
we have, and it seems like so many people have questions, especially about, for example, the CBD. A lot of folks know it's out there. They have so many questions. They don't know where to go to get really good information. And because there is so much junk out there, I think education is so important. Empowering people to treat themselves very successfully. That's such a powerful thing to be able to do. And so every time that we've even oftentimes when we do have a booth, we'll bring hot CBD coffee. For who knew that you could infuse coffee or a lot of some tinctures and other things with the CBD, with some of the superfoods that make them highly effective. But they give a lot of clarity and focus. They help relieve a lot of pain. And so we are so excited to be able to bring to this community such a different array of options as far as medicines go.
Yeah, and you can order right online on your website at taprootsva.com. You've got a Facebook page.
We do have a Facebook page as well.
Yeah.
And we are located at 3718 Old Forest Road, which is right at the corner of Old Forest and Richardson Drive. So very close to Richardson Pediatrics. And we would certainly love for more and more people to keep finding us.
I think you're right, though. I think the education piece is huge because so many people don't, I think, understand what CBD is. I know the biggest thing is, like my husband, we went and he was just like, is this going to make me test positive on a drug screening? Because, with his work, he gets random drug tests. He wants to make sure he's not going to take something that's going to do that. And I think that's what a lot of people's mindset is, that that's what's going to happen or that's what it is. And I love the fact that you and Carrie can really sit there and explain what people are getting and how they need to use it. And, don't use this because, yes, it may actually show up, but this is fine. And so I think the education part is fantastic on what you guys do. So highly encourage people to go in and check it out. I know that I have used several different products from Taproots, and like my mother, I had her the restless legs. I'm wanting to get that for her. I haven't done it yet, but I'm planning to because I know a lot of people who have like the restless. That was actually at Centerfest that one of the biggest things people kept talking to you guys about, because y'all were right next to our booth, and I was like, they are hopping over there.
You're right. I mean, everything from restless leg syndrome, we've got something that, because I have that experience it every now and then. And we do have a remedy for that. And if I take that, within just a few moments, those sensations have completely dissipated. And then as far as the CBD2 goes, so many people have so many questions. They don't understand the dosages that are proper. They'll say, oh, CBD didn't work for me. And I'll ask, what is the dosage? What is the potency? What is the product that you're taking? And more often than not, they can't tell me. 2 drops under your tongue is not going to be sufficient. So again, that's where I think Carrie and I really kind of step up, in that we do have a lot of those answers, or we are very open that so many of us are so sensitive in different ways. And so what works for one person may not work for somebody else, but we've got such a different array of products that we can try until we get to the right solution. And so, yes, I would love to be able to talk to anybody who has questions, wants to call. We've got, for example, somebody who has plantar fasciitis. There are remedies for that as well that are all natural. So just about anything you can think of, we follow the protocols for homeopathy that have been around for centuries, and they are extraordinarily powerful and effective.
Well, thank you so much for coming in here with us today so that we could talk with you more about it. And like, as we're talking with Michelle, y'all chime in. I mean, we're just hanging out. Like, let's do, but I am going to really quickly, before we get to talking with Michelle, I'm going to do our Wednesday takeout trivia. I'm switching it to Wednesdays, of course, because that's where we're on now. It used to be Tuesday takeout, but so we have our Wednesday takeout trivia question, and that is sponsored by Tina Miller with Tupperware. So, with 23 years of experience, you need to contact Tina for all of your Tupperware needs, your storage needs. If you have gone out to lunch and you've got some of that leftovers you need to save for tomorrow, pull out your Tupperware. Make sure that you are storing it correctly inside of your refrigerator. Don't have any Tupperware? You need to call Tina. You can contact her at 434-851-5555, or you can get her on her website, tinamiller.my.tupperware.com. So, our trivia question today, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to Disney in October. And so I just put my deposit down. I'm super excited. So I'm like all about Disney in my head right now. I'm literally, and Woody, you cannot answer this question because I know you know everything there is to know about Woody. So
He's still waiting on his other gift card.
Yeah, he don't. Hey, that's in my car. I got that. I got that. But anyway, so I've been thinking all about Disney. So I pulled trivia from one of my favorite Disney movies. And so, what did the crocodile swallow in Peter Pan? Super simple, easy. If you've ever seen Peter Pan, if you haven't,
Either I have to Google.
and you can answer that. Kristen Breedlove, she's so cute. She's our Minnie's Travel Boutique. She's messaging us on here saying, "Yay, go Disney." So, Kristen, you can't answer this question either. But yeah, so you can either call us 540-712-6221, or you can shoot us a quick comment on the link on the Facebook comments if you know what the crocodile swallowed on or in Peter Pan. So until we get that, I am going to turn us over to Michelle, and we're going to chat about Kangen water.
Yes, yes. Well, just piggybacking off of, what you were talking about with Taproots, I will say this is that I am a huge fan. I'm in the store probably at least once every 2 weeks, getting my Goli gummies, the ashwagandha. It helps me to sleep so wonderful, and it just kind of relaxes you, especially in the evening. You've had a hard day, you're wound up, you're laying in bed, and it's just like, okay, you just need to relax a little bit. And so I started taking those, and I was just sleeping so much better.
And we hear that from the ashwagandha, the
Yes.
Goli, the blue Golis, not the
Yes.
red, have been so
Yes.
effective as far as sleep goes. Yep.
Yes.
And I actually bought some, but I haven't used them yet. So
Oh.
I need to try them.
Yeah,
They're just hanging out on my actually, Kiri asked me the other day,
Mhm.
like, how they were working. I was like, I haven't started them yet. Sorry.
You'll
But-
love them. My husband actually stole my last bottle, so I had to come in yesterday and get another bottle. So, but speaking of that, I'm here to talk about another aspect of health, and that's water. And as we all know, that water is the foundation of health. There's a lot of people out there that don't realize that not all water is created equal. And so I love to educate people on what is called electrolyzed reduced water. So the idea came from the Japanese. What they had done is they had researched this water that was found in remote places of the world that didn't have any sickness or disease. What they found out is that the water actually has a slight electrical charge, along with being slightly alkaline, and it was hydrogen rich. And so what they noticed is that these people who lived around these remote places of the world didn't have any sickness or disease. So this was huge. So 46 years ago, the Japanese recreated this water using electrolysis, pretty much. So through this process of electrolysis, your tap water goes into this certified medical device that sits on your countertop, and essentially it electrifies water and it restructures water. So what that means is that you're getting this slightly alkaline water, which is great for the body. It helps to maintain all of our, pH systems within the body. Our blood pH is between a 7.35 and a 7.45. And, if we are more on the acidic side, our bodies will actually steal buffers to kind of help to, bring our bodies back over to that alkaline side, which could be very, devastating for the body. What it will do is it will steal calcium from your bones, and then you end up with situations like osteoporosis, and that's not a good thing. So what we want to try to do is to eat, a more alkaline diet and to drink a slightly alkaline water. You don't want to ever drink like a alkaline bottled water per se. If you take your alkaline bottled water and you flip it around, you're going to see where it says it has sodium bicarbonate in it. which essentially all that is baking soda. And that is not good for the body over time. So there's essentially not a good solution for alkaline water unless you are actually restructuring the water and doing it naturally, and not through adding just more, minerals into your water. So,
And I got to say, I have a lot of friends that, work out, they run, try to be active and all this stuff. And I did try your water.
yes.
And I have got to say, it is completely different. I was drinking it and I thought, how can water taste thinner? Like it was thinner. So I thought, this is crazy. So I poured, my regular well water, and I'm going back and forth. And I'm like, it literally is. But what I found was, while I was jogging or working out, I didn't have that bloated, sloshy feeling. I could drink water, be hydrated, and then go running and not feel like a waterbed going on in my stomach. It was really cool.
And for someone like I said that doesn't drink water very much, I tried it when she gave me some of it, and it is thinner, but it went down quicker. It was easier for me to drink, so I didn't feel like, a lot of times I'll be sitting there drinking and it takes me forever to get through a glass. I'm struggling to get it down, like, or I'm going out and buying that squirt stuff and sticking it in there so that it'll taste better, but not that it doesn't taste good, because I don't really know that it has a taste, but I'm sure that stuff you're squirting in it is not good for you.
No.
So I think it definitely was different.
That, what you guys are talking about is the second property of the water, which is called the microclustering piece. And what happens is when water goes through that electrolysis process, it's actually splitting the water molecule. So you're getting a much tinier molecule, and so it's able to absorb at the cellular level. It goes straight into the body, and the absorption rate is actually 6 times better than typical water. So that's why athletes love it. They don't get that slushy feeling. They don't get that bloated feeling. It just absorbs right away. And it also plays a part in detoxification because it's able to penetrate the cell a whole lot easier, and actually, do away with all that toxic waste that's inside the cell. And so that's why we always start the people out on like an 8.5 pH, and we gradually take them up to the 9.5, because if you don't, you're going to not feel very good. You're going to have all that buildup of toxicity that's been in your cells forever, since you've been alive, and it's actually detoxing you. So that's why you have to kind of move up a little bit slower. But once that's over with and you're up to your 9.5, you feel amazing. You literally feel, I always like to say, cleaner.
So it was interesting because Carrie had met you in a networking group. And so at Taproots one day, she had this big jug of water. And she was talking about, I've never heard anything about what you're discussing. And she said, oh my goodness, she said, we've been using it at home. And she has 3 girls and a husband, all very active. And she said, we've been using it at home. And she said, we've noticed a difference. So I was very dubious. And so and I drank some of it, and you're right. It felt different. It tasted a little different. And I had not put that word with it as far as thinner, but you're exactly right. That was a great descriptor for it. But then I started reading about it, and then you came in and you were telling me more about it. Since then, I have met several people who use your product and swear by it. Says that it's been life-changing, and it has really made an enormous difference in their health. And so who knew?
I just feel so blessed to be able to bring this kind of, awareness and technology to Central Virginia, because not a lot of people do know about this technology. It came to the United States in 2003. However, we live in Central Virginia, so we're a little bit slower.
Behind the times.
So if you go out to California or New York, there's many different people who drink this water.
But how did you get involved with it?
So thanks for asking. So I'm a certified wellness coach, and I had a friend, and she's also a certified coach. And we were down in Florida at a conference, and she's been drinking the water for 10 years. So, of course, she brought her machine because once you start on this water, you cannot be without this water. I'm telling you. So, I travel with my machine everywhere I go. So she had her machine there, and I'm like, what the heck is that? And she's like, this is my magic water is what she called it. And I was like, whatever, like water's water, right? Like, this is just crazy. She's like, well, just drink it. That way you don't have to, drink that acidic bottled water, And I had no idea that bottled water was acidic. So I learned a little bit there. So anyhow, I just started drinking the water, and instantly I felt more energized. I had more energy. And I felt hydrated for the first time in my life. I just was like, what is this water? By the time I got home, I said, how do I get one of these machines? Because I'm getting one. I mean, I was hooked within 3 days. So,
and tell it, all right, so as far as like dimensions, I'm picturing a huge machine, but you're saying it's easily packable so you can travel with it?
Yes, you can. It's just like a little box that I don't even know how to explain what the dimensions are, but it's not very big at all. And when you go to my website, you can, pull up a picture of it and you can see, but it hooks up literally to your faucet, to your sink. Any standard faucet will work. Some people don't like to have it sitting on their countertop. So, we'll get creative within the home. We'll put it in a side bathroom. I've even put them in people's laundry rooms, just as long as you can get access to the water. It's all that's
So it's
needed.
sort of a filter of your existing water.
Well, it has a filter in it. So it's filtering the water, number one, but then it goes and it's it has 8 plates, titanium, platinum covered plates inside the machine. And so it's electrifying the water through those plates. And then it's spitting out the water. And at the same time, it's spitting out the alkaline water through one hose. And then through the bottom hose, it's spitting out an acidic water. So essentially, it's, splitting whatever kind of pH you need.
Is that what you were showing? I know I saw you had a Facebook video the other day where your daughter had like the cloud. Like
Yes.
the water was cloudy.
Yes.
What is that?
Okay,
so is that the bad water or the good water?
That is the good, highly alkaline water, which brings me to my third point. You guys are just like feeding this so good.
I have so many questions over here.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'll just make this
No,
really
you're good.
quick.
Talk.
Okay. So the cloud, I always talk about the cloud. So the cloud, whenever you're splitting a water molecule, you have H2O. So you're splitting that through electrolysis. So then you have like H on one side, OH on the other side, which is your alkalinity. And then you have this massive amounts of hydrogen. Well, hydrogen, if you do any kind of research, is very therapeutic for the body. And it will actually go in and lend electrons to free radicals. And free radicals are what damage your cells. So this was very important to me because I am a breast cancer survivor and I want to make sure that all of my cells are really nice and healthy. And so this just gives me like another way to be like really fueling my body with high amounts of antioxidants.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I encourage everybody to watch the demo.
Yeah.
So contact Michelle because she's got this demo of the machine and it goes through everything. And I rewatched it again this morning and it was like, wow, why have I not gotten this machine yet? So I'm going to get a machine. But when you gave me the water, one of my favorite things to do was I drink herbal tea every day.
Yes.
Like two glasses of the hot herbal tea. What I found was amazing because you demonstrated it, I think it was either in that demo or you had done it on your Facebook, is you put the herbal tea bag in regular water and then, I'm used to drinking that and it just kind of tastes muddled. It doesn't, the flavors don't come through. But then when I used it with your water, it was like pow in my face.
Yes.
And I thought that was the coolest thing.
Oh, yes. It just makes everything taste better because it is, that molecular structure. Like I said, it's smaller so it can get into that tea bag and it just brings everything out so that everything tastes better. So just imagine your cells inside your body.
Oh, yeah.
Being able to go inside that cell and just pull out all those toxins that have been there for years. I literally, when I first started drinking the water, I tasted heavy metals in my mouth for a full month, guys.
Ew.
And that was my cellular detox that was happening. I had no idea I had heavy metals in my body just, sitting there. And so this is just this really has been like a life changer for me. And so yeah, it does. It makes all your foods taste better.
Yeah.
All your drinks, your teas,
You
everything.
washed it. You washed those little cherry tomatoes, or you would wash
yes.
something, or maybe I saw it in the demo.
Yes.
And like you had the cherry tomatoes sitting in regular water,
Mhm.
then you had it sitting in
Yes.
your water,
Mhm.
and then you strained it off, and the water was
Yeah.
disgusting.
Oh, yeah. So that's our 11.5 water because, see,
Yeah.
our machine comes with various different types of pHs. So that was our 11.5 water, which actually is a high alkaline water. This is not a drinking water. You use this water as a degreaser to wash off fruits and vegetables. Any kind of fruits and vegetables have pesticides on them, as you know, even, some organics do. They're oil-based, so that when it rains, it just kind of slides right off. Well, the 11.5 goes in, it degreases, it takes all those pesticides off, and you're left with a bowl of like yellow pesticides. And it's
Yeah,
disgusting.
that
And
is
to think
gross.
that you're putting that in your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can go and do a free consultation,
Oh,
correct?
yes.
For
Mhm.
people.
Yep. I can do a demo. I usually just send them the demo video because it just works so beautifully. After
Right.
that, I tell them, hey, if you're still interested and you want a sample of the water, I'm more than happy to, get them a sample and they can try it. And then I help them to go ahead and arrange for them to be able to, put one of these machines inside their home, inside their work. I'm trying to work with businesses now to do away with their water delivery service
Oh, yeah.
and just replace it with a Kangen water machine because it also makes a 2.5 hypochlorous acid water that can clean your whole entire office or home completely toxic free. And it kills E. coli, salmonella, that's my country twang coming out, any of those gross bacterias. So that's just another, perk to the machine.
And I will say, if anybody is listening and they are drinking a lot of water, I drink a ton of water,
Mhm.
coffee and water all day long. But a lot of times when I'm drinking the bottled water, like I'm
Mhm.
so sorry have in my car right now,
You traitor, you.
I know.
We're apologizing for our water usage.
I don't feel satisfied. I feel
No.
actually thirstier, and I'm like, well, I'm drinking water. What's happening? But
Yeah.
it's not.
It's not fully
getting in.
hydrating. Yeah. So the normal water molecule is not designed to fully be able to hydrate you the way God intended to hydrate you. So,
Yes.
I love, when, is it Diane? I'm sorry. What's it?
Carolyn.
Carolyn, Diane.
I'm over
I'm
here.
so sorry. When you're talking about Taproots and, the name and, how you like brought it back, that's how I feel about this water. This is how this is how God intended water to be.
Mhm.
And to keep us healthy and, our cells, healthy. And, a lot of people don't know this either, but our cells actually work on millivolts, and that's an electrical component. We're like batteries. And this water has this electrical charge to it so that, it can keep us up and thriving. Once, you get below a certain millivolt, that's when disease and sickness can occur. So this is just another way that you can contribute to your health and wellness in such a huge way. We're 75% water, guys. So it only makes sense.
Yeah. So how can they get a hold of you if they're interested?
Yes. So they can just reach out to me on my Facebook personal page, which is Michelle Mason Richardson. And I have a nice little group that I can put you in that has tons of information. I also have a website, www.waterforimmunity.com, and you can check that out too. And of course, you can do the old-fashioned phone call because I still talk on the phone, yes, at 434-660-2848.
Well, thank you
Yes.
as well. Thank both of you guys for coming on.
Yeah.
I think that's really good information for anyone who's been listening, or even if you listen back through our podcast, that contact them for some, your health and your wellness needs. They have a lot of information, more than we could discuss right here in an hour. So we have about 5 minutes left. And actually, I'm really excited we got done with you right about now because I think I hear the train coming.
Oh my goodness. What does that mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Y'all get excited.
I know, right? Apparently, when you move to Wednesdays, the trains don't come
I
through.
mean, I never thought I would have to insert a train
I
sound.
know,
Like,
right? Hilarious.
if you would have asked me that, I would just never guessed it.
So anyway,
There
there
you
it is
go.
again.
It didn't finish. There
There
we
it is
go.
again. So, if you heard the train, you know what that means. Call in 540-712-6221, and we have a gift certificate to Liberty Station Restaurant. And our train sponsor for this month is Libby Orman with Easley Hedrick Insurance. So, Easley Hedrick is a full-service insurance agency here locally in Bedford in the Food Lion Shopping Center. And while they cannot insure a train, if you happen to own one of those, they are ready to talk to you about insuring your RVs, your motorcycles, your boats, all those great things that people are kind of pulling out of their garages for the summer. So make sure that you contact Libby Orman with Easley Hedrick Insurance.
Fantastic. Well, I want to talk real quick about 2 job fairs happening. There's one today, actually, at the Bedford Welcome Center from 11 to 4. So they're having a job fair. It's actually for Peaks of Otter Lodge, and they've got quite a few openings, beautiful setting. Who wouldn't want to work there, you know? So that's from 11 to 4 today, so stop in there. And then this Saturday, there is a job fair for Marvin. They make the windows, and they have a job fair from 9 to 2, and they are at 4050 Integrity Drive, and that's right before you get into Roanoke. It's on the left-hand side. I want to say it's like a Walmart or a Kroger right there. But they are hiring for all 3 shifts, and the starting pay is $14.50 an hour. So
Awesome. Well, you know, speaking of job fairs, and I know you just mentioned too, but I have just seen an overwhelming number of businesses in our area, particularly restaurants, that are struggling right now to find good quality work, people that are actually going to show up and, you know, work their shift. And so, you know, if you're sitting out there and you're looking for work, if you have a son or a daughter that may be looking for some summer income, you know, please reach out to some of your local restaurants. I know Liberty Station Restaurant here in Bedford. We have Jake's Place, I think you said, was hiring. I know East Coast Wings in Lynchburg is looking. So, I mean, there are just so many places right now that are in need of help. And that's the thing with small business. You know, they've got to have workers to do the jobs. And, you know, you think that you're going to see small businesses close because they don't have customers. But guess what? There's actually an influx of customers, but there's just nobody to help serve them.
exactly.
And so, you know, make sure that you're looking out for your local businesses as far as that aspect of things too. So,
Yep.
And it
Thank-
teaches those young kids a good work ethic from the very start.
It does.
Right?
Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
it does. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today for Talk Local to Me. Don't forget that you can hear us every day on Grove Street FM. We play replays of the show throughout the week. And you can also find our episodes wherever you find your podcasts. And if you have any questions, go to our Talk Local to Me Facebook page. You can always ask us questions that we can answer for you. So we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Next Wednesday.
We'll be here.
Thanks for having us.